Alright, so the activity I want to talk through now is a way to start to work on sight words with the child. What I mean by sight words, when a child is learning to read, one of the first things they're taught to do is to recognize certain high frequency words or words that they use a lot, sort of just by looking at them. So they're not actually reading the word, they're not spelling it out, but they are recognizing that word. It's called a sight word, and it's something that kids tend to work on in the early stages of learning to read, and they tend to use words that are familiar to the child, so maybe the child's own name or the name of their brother or sister, the place that they live, or their favorite cartoon characters, that sort of thing. So this is an activity that we created for a little boy who loves the Lego movie, and he also happens to love Donald Duck. So we have 3 different sight words that we're working on here, and we've made it like a puzzle for the child. So again, it's a great activity for you to do in your indoor forest corner, because it's something that the child can easily do while they're stationary in one place. You could, of course, also do this outside in your backyard as a sort of treasure hunt. So again, it works in both locations. And we picked just 3 sight words. You don't want to throw too much at the child in one go. And the sight words that we picked are Emmett, which is the main character from the Lego movie, handcuffs, because this particular child really loved the handcuffs which are used in the Lego movie, and Donald Duck, another of his favorite cartoon characters. And all we did is we took a large piece of cardboard and we drew those 3 things. So we drew the handcuffs, we drew Emmett, and we drew Donald Duck, and then we cut them out. And underneath we have the name of the characters. So the idea is to help him match this word here, handcuffs, with the object that he knows and loves. So again, we make it sort of like a treasure hunt for the child. Look, we need to find Donald Duck. That's what this word says. And we look around for him. We happen to have him quite easy to spot here so you guys can see him, but you can of course make it more difficult for the child. And then we show the child how he fits right here in this space. And all the while we talk about the fact that that word there says Donald Duck. And then we do the same with Emmett. So we have Emmett over here in the back, and he fits right here. And then hidden somewhere else, over here, we have the handcuffs. So the idea here is that the child starts to become familiar with these words by matching them to the pictures of their loved items, which of course makes this more intrinsically motivating for the child. You could also use a picture of them, and you could say, oh look, that's your name and we need to find you, and you find the picture of them. And you can do this over and over again with these same words or with different words until the child begins to recognize those words by sight. So later on, for example, to take this activity to the next level, you might have the word Emmett and then you just have a blank space, but it's not actually the shape of Emmett. So they then also have to find the Emmett character and know that it goes there even though it doesn't fit in, so you don't have it like a puzzle anymore. And that will help get to the confirm it stage of this activity where you know that the child can see that word and recognize it as a sight word.